All right. Let me ask you, well, the situation here is with the NFF. Chris Giwa has appears to have taken over. It's all familiar after every World Cup. It's the trouble of Nigerian football. What's the implication of the latest move where Chris Giwa has taken over and Amaju Pinnick has been shut out by a Supreme Court order enforced by the ministry?
The situation in Nigerian football today calls for concern. The situation is now beyond Amaju Pinnick and is also beyond Chris Giwa. But I will give you some perspectives to the whole issue. First is the legal perspective. Second is the political perspective. And three, the stakeholders' perspective. And if you like, four, corruption perspective. Now, the legal perspective. The instrument that governs our country is the Constitution. And the Constitution is very clear. Whenever it is in conflict with any international law, the Constitution takes precedence. Now, we have FIFA, which is a global football governing body, which Nigeria is a member. And they are governed by their own laws. But those laws, according to our Constitution again, must be domesticated in Nigeria before it becomes operational. As it is today, those laws have not been domesticated. Now, the implication is that the NFA, I call them NFA because by the virtue of the NFA Act, the Nigerian laws recognize NFA as the name, not NFF yet. Now, by implication, the status of the Nigerian Football Association, if you like, or Nigerian Football Federation, as they call it now, clearly states that in the opening paragraphs that it is an organization that is registered under the Nigerian laws. Now, so in that case, you can see that we have not really done the needful to ensure that the laws of FIFA, even the NFF, are concerned, or rather, are in line or respect the provisions of our Constitution that allows it to be domesticated. Now, when you have cases
is that not deliberate
well,
so that government can keep controlling football?
That is why we are calling for reforms. That is why we are calling for reforms. For a very long time we have been saying it. For instance, Article 59 says of the FIFA rules says that you cannot take football matters to court. But if you said in FIFA laws, Article 59 does not allow you to go to regular courts in Nigeria, but the Constitution of Nigeria gives you certain rights as an individual. And besides, the same NFA status that we are operating here says that the NFA submits itself to the laws of Nigeria. So the contradiction is that it is either for us to go back to the National Assembly, domesticate FIFA laws, then that makes the laws of FIFA applicable, and there is no way again you can take FIFA cases or football matters to court.
But
that
what happens when
legal perspectives?
Like the people who took this case to court claim that there is no justiciable system, as it were, within the NFF, so they had no recourse than to go to the regular court because the Football Federation did not provide it justice. What happens in that case?
Now, that is why I'm saying, by the time the individuals, the Constitution of Nigeria gives you certain rights, for instance, the Constitution of Nigeria gives you the right to aspire for any public office. The NFA Executive Committee is a public office as far as the laws are concerned. So therefore, if you are denied the right to contest election into Nigerian Football Association, where do you go to? You have to go to the regular course to enforce your rights as enshrined by the Constitution. But if the laws of FIFA, like every time there is elections, part of the requirements is that you have to sign an undertaking to say that you are going to respect the laws of FIFA and laws of football. Okay, how do you respect a law that is not known to Nigerian Constitution? It is only when you domesticate it. And we keep on dancing in a cycle. I keep on saying this and I'll repeat it. In as much as we refuse to domesticate FIFA laws, which the Constitution provides for, we have to take it to the National Assembly. And all what we have been trying to do now is to legalize establishing football as a parastatal of government, which is wrong.
All right.
The National Assembly today...
I understand that there is such a bill in the National Assembly. But now, what should we expect? A FIFA hammer? Do we expect FIFA now to bring down the hammer and ban Nigeria from international football for this?
Well, that is what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you, I've given you now the legal perspective. I want to now give you the political perspective. Now, the political perspective is that Nigerians are really good followers of football. And that was why I said, and I will repeat it, the only solution to this, it is a political solution. Now, take for instance, the Supreme Court judgment said the just High Court decisions should be restored or...
All right. That's a former member of the Nigeria Football Federation, Alhaji Ahmed Shuaibu Garagombe. Thank you so much for your insight in this matter. As the day is unfold, we'll see how it unfolds, and we'll bring you all of the reports.